where you've seen the cast of Reacher Season 3 before. The third season of Reacher recently arrived on Prime Video, and once again trouble has found the show's titular character. This season follows Reacher as he infiltrates the nefarious rug business of a man named Zachary Beck. Acting undercover as a man on the run, Reacher is tasked with locating a missing DA informant while he works to uncover how his old foe Quinn is mixed up with Beck's business. As is the case with every season of Reacher, its cast of characters always changes. While a few characters have made various appearances here and there throughout the series, the show's core characters each season are always different. Given Reacher prefers to travel from city to city with nothing but a toothbrush in his pocket, he always encounters a brand new set of allies and enemies. Below is the cast of Season 3 and where viewers have seen them before. Alan Ritchson as Jack Reacher. Played by Alan Ritchson, Jack Reacher is a former U.S. Army military police officer and the show's titular character. As a lone wolf, he never stays in one place very long and spends his time traveling the United States with no possessions. However, when he manages to find trouble each season, he sees it through to the end. Portrayed by Anthony Michael Hall, Zachary Beck is the wealthy owner of a nefarious rug import business. He might appear as though he's at the top of the food chain, but a man named Julius McCabe is actually pulling the strings. Beck is merely a puppet. He cares for his son, but doesn't seem to have much control over either of their lives. Hall is well known for iconic 80s films such as The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, and Weird Science. He starred in the popular USA series The Dead Zone as Johnny Smith, and he recently played Special Agent Will Barron in Prime Video's Bosch Legacy. He was also in Netflix's Trigger Warning, Halloween Kills, and ABC's The Goldbergs. Johnny Berchtold as Richard Beck. Played by Johnny Berchtold, Richard is Zachary Beck's son, who is nearly kidnapped for the second time at the beginning of Season 3. A college student without friends or much confidence, Richard is kind and loves his father. However, he spends most of his time alone and under the control of his father's boss. Berchtold played Jess in the Hulu series Tiny Beautiful Things and Jay Jennings in the Starz series Gaslit. He's also been in various films, including Test Screening, The Passenger, Snowfalls, and Doggone. Portrayed by Sonia Cassidy, Susan Duffy is the lead DA agent who convinced Reacher to infiltrate Beck's operation. After botching a recent investigation, she and her team were removed from their case and are now working outside the confines of the DEA. As a result, she and her crew are essentially on their own with no real resources. Cassidy is well known for her television roles, including Liz Dudley in AMC's Lodge 49, Hester in AMC's Humans, Clara in The Paradise, and Celine Ashworth in Vera. She was also in the feature film Survivor, Breaking the Bank, and The Fifth Estate. Played by Roberto Montesinos, Guillermo Villanueva is a fellow DEA agent on Duffy's team. He pretended to be the cop Reacher fatally shot in Season 3's first episode. Montesinos is best known for his roles in Father Stu, We Bought a Zoo, and Gridiron Gang, which starred The Rock. Portrayed by Daniel David Stewart, Stephen Elliott is a rookie DEA agent who is responsible for the mistake that cost Duffy and the others their DEA investigation. He posed as Richard's kidnapper at the beginning of Season 3. Stewart was recently in the feature film Red Right Hand and the Apple TV Plus series For All Mankind. He also had roles in the limited series The Fugitive and Catch-22. If you've been keeping up with Reacher on Prime Video, then you already know it's the perfect cocktail of grit, brains, and brawn, with Alan Ritchson's hulking charisma leading the charge. But Season 3 isn't just about its titular tough guy. The new season drops a fresh batch of characters, guest stars, and villains who might just have you squinting at the screen thinking, where have I seen them before? Well, you're not losing your mind. We've got you covered. Here's a look at the familiar faces of Reacher Season 3 and where you've seen them before they landed in this brutal, brainy thriller. Alan Ritchson, Reacher himself. Let's start with the man, the myth, the mountain, Alan Ritchson. Before he was crushing skulls and quoting obscure law codes as Jack Reacher, Ritchson made waves in very different roles. You might remember him as Hawk in HBO Max's Titans, or as the ridiculously ripped Thad Castle in Blue Mountain State, a frat bro comedy cult classic. His comedic timing and physicality made him a standout there, and now those same traits make him a force of nature in the action world. Richson also had a brief but memorable appearance as Aquaman in Smallville, yes, the pre-Arrowverse Superman teen drama. Turns out he's been playing heroes of all kinds for a while now. Maria Sten, Frances Neagley. If Frances Neagley feels familiar, that's because Maria Sten has been popping up in your thriller watch list without you realizing it. She starred as Liz Tremaine in the short-lived but atmospheric Swamp Thing alongside, you guessed it, Alan Ritchson again. The two have undeniable chemistry, and Reacher Season 3 takes full advantage of that. Before that, Sten was part of the Channel Zero horror anthology series, where she nailed a more cerebral, psychological role. Her cool, calm, and capable demeanor makes her the perfect Neagley, Reacher's most trusted ally. Anthony Michael Hall, Shane Langston. When Anthony Michael Hall showed up as the steely and suspicious Shane Langston, older Brat Pack fans did a double take. Yes, that's the Anthony Michael Hall from The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, and Weird Science. He was the quintessential 80s teen geek, and now he's evolved into a stone-cold villain with gravitas. But Hall's career didn't stop in the 80s. He brought serious intensity as Bill Gates in Pirates of Silicon Valley and more recently appeared in Halloween Kills as Tommy Doyle. In Reacher, he brings a calculating, unhinged energy that adds real tension. Sonia Cassidy, Carla Dixon. British actress Sonia Cassidy joins the team as Carla Dixon, an analytical and strategic operator from Reacher's old army unit. Cassidy has a strong resume in period pieces and mysteries, including roles in The Man Who Fell to Earth, Lodge 49, and The Paradise. Her calm intellect and quietly fierce performance make her a standout in Season 3. Cassidy has a knack for playing layered, emotionally rich characters, and Carla Dixon, who shares a past with Reacher, is no exception. She brings both warmth and steel, making her scenes some of the most compelling this season. Serinda Swan, Callan. Another face you might have recognized? Serinda Swan as Callan. She was the forensic pathologist Jenny Cooper in Coroner, where she played the lead for 4 seasons. She's also known for playing Medusa in Marvel's Inhumans, though we won't blame you if you missed that one. It came and went pretty fast. Swan's ability to balance vulnerability with strength shines through in Reacher, giving her character a sharp edge and emotional core that fans of the show will appreciate. Where else you've spotted the Reacher roster? Besides the main cast, Reacher Season 3 also pulls in some notable guest stars and character actors who've been quietly owning supporting roles for years. Patrick Sabongi, who appears this season, played Captain David Singh in The Flash. Josh Blacker, another face in Reacher's mission, has shown up in The 100C. Elias Toufexis, a prolific voice actor and screen presence in shows like The Expanse and games like Deus Ex, brings menace and mystery wherever he goes. The verdict? Reacher Season 3 isn't just a showcase for explosive action and moral clarity. It's also a who's who of under-the-radar talent finally getting their due. From 80s teen icons to Sky-Fi veterans and British drama alums, the show's casting is as sharp as Reacher's mind and as strong as his right hook. So the next time you find yourself yelling, "Wait, I know that face," at the TV, remember, you probably do, and Reacher just gave them their moment to shine. Want a version that focuses more on a specific character or digs into episode-specific appearances? Let me know. Drama alums, the show's casting is as sharp as Reacher's mind and as strong as his right hook. So the next time you find yourself yelling, "Wait, I know that face," at the TV, remember, you probably do, and Reacher just gave them their moment to shine. Want a version that focuses more on a specific character or digs into